Here's a quick recap of the Knuckles series before you watch Sonic 3. The series picks up where Sonic 2 left off, with Knuckles adapting to his new life in Green Hills, which is off to a rocky start after Knuckles attacks a bunch of dudes who show up to his house just to do some repairs. Sonic tries to convince Knuckles he needs to chill with the Black Air Force energy and try to make himself at home. So Knuckles' natural response to that is to create the Iron Throne, and then he gets grounded. Tough. Then we get reintroduced to Wade Whipple, who was the cop from the last film, who's trying to train up for a bowling competition, but this man sucks real bad. Knuckles is pissed because he's grounded and gets some advice from his Force Ghost elders, who tell him to keep up the Black Air Force energy and train someone in the ways of the Echidna. So Knuckles chooses Wade because, yeah, you see it, and decides to help him basically become Green Hill's version of this guy.
Who do you think you are? I am!
So they head to Reno for the competition, but plot twist, they're being tracked by some gun agents, including Kid Cudi, and an alien hunter who wants to capture Knuckles and use his power for a robot he's building. Why does every villain in this universe have a robot obsession? And they have weapons powered by some of Knuckles' quills. Back at the bowling alley, turns out Knuckles is actually that dude when it comes to bowling. But Kid Cudi and crew show up and ruin Knuckles' perfect game, and they capture him using one of Sonic's rings. Wade follows them and does some Batman prep work to help save Knuckles, but things go poorly, and this dude honestly might just be one of the worst cops in history. But he does manage to free Knuckles, so they head back to Reno like they didn't just assault some federal agents, and that gets derailed because Wade has a bounty on his head. Shocker. So they lay low with his mom and his sister, but that doesn't last long because bounty hunters show up and try to take Wade. But Knuckles has his back with that Black Air Force energy and packs these dudes up. And Wade's mom's apparently about that life too. But Wade's freedom's short-lived because the next morning he gets kidnapped by his best friend, who needs the money, and I'll be honest, if my best friend had a 100K bounty on him, I'd probably do the same thing. Wade takes a trip to the Echidna ancestral plane to find his true source of power and breaks free. So Wade and Knuckles head back to Reno again. Some serious dedication to bowling in this show. And while in Reno, Wade sort of reunites with his father, who left for some milk years ago and never came home. Then the tournament happens, and Wade and this little girl he's teamed up with are just beating the brakes off of people. And later that night, Wade's hanging out with his pops, but plot twist, his dad turned him into the gun agents because he wants to win the bowling tournament and wants Wade out of it. And Wade's forced to give Knuckles up. But that doesn't go down well for them because, well, you know. The next day, it's Wade versus Pops in the championship, and Wade beats him to become champion. But then the alien hunter is back, and he has his massive robot, and he steals Knuckles' power to charge it up. But don't worry, you already know Knuckles wasn't going down like a punk, and he dog walks the alien hunter robot guy. And with that, the series comes to an end, and Wade and Knuckles ride off into the sunset together.